Welcome to the podcast. We have
I have
just
more
came
energy. I gave you
back.
coffee.
Yeah, because I don't want to be a part of this.
I knew it.
Welcome to the podcast. We are finally back from vacation. It is me, Jason, and my partner over here, who is.
Hmm? I'm back
You're
from
really
Texas.
reading that, yeah, with the cowboy hat and everything.
To be fair,
To
I was trying to do a bit. Hello, I have to blur this. I
yes,
was trying to
blur
do
it.
a bit, and I got distracted by waiting for Jason's line that I gave him, and so I'm just looking at a picture of tea.
The non-existent line.
I'm just looking at a
Yeah,
picture of tea, because I was pretending like I was reading, but I couldn't focus on reading because I was waiting for your line for me to cut into the camera. So I'm just
yeah. This is our fifth
iced tea and
retake.
it's rum as well. That makes more sense.
hmm
Puerto Rican, eh?
Wait, you didn't read the title? It said iced
No,
tea
no, I'm
and
literally just
rum.
staring at a picture because I was so focused on switching cameras and listening to your line to switch the camera properly. Hello.
You're really frustrated with that one bit.
I'm back from Texas. This is AI wall. It's not real. We don't have a set.
No, the set is still being set up for the time being. What is real is this water.
This is a really good looking book, Jason.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a reason why they're still going at it after all these years.
They're still going.
Yeah, aren't they?
So this is I have no idea. You said aren't they like you knew like you. Oh, it's 1973.
There you go.
So they're definitely dead.
I don't. I
Cut.
wouldn't.
I'm
I
gonna
wouldn't
cut that.
say that. But damn,
No, I've never actually seen. I've never held
such a.
or seen a Playboy before. I am confused on. There's a gun in here. Yeehaw! I'm confused.
You with your yee ass hat
I'm confused. Why there's so many words
words.
in a
Oh
porn
yeah,
book?
so yeah, you don't know. Playboy itself was a magazine. I think that just allowed adult content, and that
Homie.
was it. But it was still just a genuine magazine. That's all it was.
Yeah, I never realized. I thought it was just porn. Penis sizeism. Here we go.
Oh, okay, no, that's a real
As
thing.
a young
That's
broad
that's something
about
in
town.
Cosmo.
Hold on. Let me do my radio voice. As a young broad around town, I already messed up the words. I'm always amazed when I meet a dude who worries about his penis being too small. I know that a guy's attitude and mine. Huh?
Did the rest of the paragraph scare you?
No, I'm confused. The touch of a gentle. Is this written properly, or am I I meant to say. I didn't mean to say autistic. What I meant to say. Can't read the words
I
right.
don't know, ADHD, dyslexic.
Dyslexic. The touch of the touch of gentle hands and simple desire to please and enjoy are more important to sex fun than the size of any organ, penis,
Okay,
breast,
Dylan,
or
I need you to know
vagina.
they probably typed that whole thing with one hand.
I,
Okay, so there's gonna be errors. Okay, there's gonna be errors.
type the whole thing. I think this was a woman writing this.
Regardless,
Still,
one hand
regardless.
was being used. Okay,
Do you care about the size of a vagina, Jason?
not at all.
I prefer a man with talent and the willingness to explore to a well-hung dummy or the athletic stud. So she's saying it doesn't matter about the size as long as you got fingers and talent.
Poor people who got amputated, they can't. They don't have those.
This is a long article about penis size.
Yeah, they probably wanted to make them feel very comfortable. Oops.
That honestly makes me feel a little better about about the internet.
What
Like
about it?
they're still talking about this stuff just online.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah, it's because it's always gonna be an ongoing conflict because it's something that you can't really change. I always did make this joke once about it. I always told people like, I'm sorry. I always told people like it doesn't to me penis size doesn't matter because I
hold on.
also know that the funny joke about it is that if is it dermatologists,
Yep.
gynecologists, yeah, those if they ever found a way to actually like
Wait, which one are you
I
talking
don't I
about?
don't know
Okay,
the the
skin,
the, the like the ones who makes the
skin or
fake
penis?
fake breasts. Breast
Plastic
implants.
surgeon.
Plastic surgeons?
My
Yeah,
God, you said
maybe it's probably
dermatologist.
yeah, probably them. Actually, it probably would be them. Now that I think about it.
No, it wouldn't.
No, I'm just saying, like, if they ever found a way to like actually make your penis grow, there'll be a whole huge line behind every hospital that comes in.
This was a stud worthy of being in Playboy magazine back in the 70s. Just to let you know, I'm gonna zoom
Mm,
in on this. Look at his hair.
Let me see. Let me see. I already don't like this. Oh my gosh, that's That's a that's a
That's a man right
that's
there.
a stereotype of a murderer.
That's because all the murderers are from the 70s.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put this back in the shop where it goes.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah, put it yeah. Let it
Sorry,
stay there at
the
the
the title
time.
picture intrigued me. Why do you think my legs are crossed right now?
That's nasty.
It's also not true. I want to make sure you weren't uncomfortable. That was a joke.
You are uncomfortable.
Well, yeah, I mean, you're
Doesn't
pretty far
matter.
away, so my penis wouldn't reach you, but
Yeah. Okay, well, was that your way of telling us the distance, the size?
hello and welcome to the See You Waiter Bitches podcast, where the first 5 minutes is porn. I'm Dylan,
Thank God we don't get monetized for any of this yet. And I'm Jason.
and this is the See You Waiter Bitches podcast. We talk about the not porn, but we talk about the drama of the restaurant industry, but never the who or the where. Gotta make sure to do the intro because it's the first of session 2. I'm calling them sessions because I'm too cool to call them seasons. How you doing, Jason?
I'm doing well. I thought we were gonna go with seasons until you told me that it's sessions.
You don't watch our show? At the end, it said we'll be back with session 2.
No, I did not watch the newest episode. I was a little too busy doing my.
So we recorded. Was it 4 weeks ago?
Yeah, it had been 4 weeks ago.
Am I doing that? I'm really bad
No,
at
I think it
time
was three
math.
weeks
3
because I
weeks.
think we had one planned, but something came up and I think it was me who had to like step out. And then we had the 2 weeks where we had to go
So
on our own
3 weeks
vacations.
ago we recorded, without knowing that it would be the end of the session.
Yeah.
Because I was planning on doing 10 to 12 episodes, and we got 11 in.
No, I remember the one was supposed to be planned. It was right before April 1st, but we didn't do it. So instead, we just made the joke about April Fools instead to one of our partners
Deep
who
dish.
helps us. Yes, deep dish, who helps us in the background. Yeah, so we made that joke, and then after that, we actually had to go somewhere. So
So I'm the first of all, the porn was not supposed to be the bit. The cowboy hat was the bit, and then I found the porn as I was sitting here.
yeah, Playboy.
Yeah, it turns out
It's a vintage classic, I think is what they call it, which is such a
definitely
weird
vintage.
thing. Yeah, it's vintage.
It turns out 73. It turns out actually that's older than my first car. My first car's from the 70s.
It's older than me.
Well, duh, it's older than you and me combined, I think.
Yeah. Oh gosh, I think you're right.
It it might be.
I
No, no,
think
no.
it is
Is
right.
is that 60 years ago? Was the 70s 60 years ago?
I think so.
I'm really bad at math.
'Cause you
3
got 80,
50 years
90s.
ago.
Yeah, it's 50 years ago.
So no,
Still
we're
creepy.
a
It's still
little over
creeping up.
50
It
together.
is very much creeping up. That is such a crazy thing.
You know, it's almost 50 years of Star Wars. In 3 years, it'll be 50 years since the first
I
Star Wars
just
came
found
out.
that out recently. I was talking to my brother, and
1977.
he told me. I thought it was a movie that came out in the 90s,
There was
and
one that came out in
then
the 90s.
no, when he told me like the original or like when it all started was in the 1970s.
Mhm.
Same with Aliens, I believe. Aliens was like a movie that came out
Aliens is
way
80s.
earlier.
I think it was 83.
83 exactly. I thought it was like the 90s, like 96, 97, like that or era with like all like where it all felt possible and
Which
all
is
that
interesting
stuff.
because I would put Star Wars, Alien, and oh, what's it called? I mean, not me specifically because I know a lot about movies or know a little about movies, but Jurassic Park. Those are all kind of in the same zone for me, but those are 30. Each of those is 1 decade apart ish. Like Star Wars is 70s, Alien is 80s, Jurassic is 90s.
Oh, Jurassic's 90s.
94, yeah,
Oh damn. Okay.
was the first one.
I
And now
didn't even
there's
know
too
about
many.
that one. There's one too many now.
There's 3 too many. Isn't Jurassic
You didn't
World?
like do you like the original trilogy?
Yeah, isn't Jurassic World a
Oh.
trilogy? I've never watched any of them.
Yeah. 4 through 6 is now. They finished
Yeah,
this
so it's
last one
3
and that
too
was
long,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
maybe
only
too long. If they had one good Jurassic World, I would have been okay, that's fine. Leave it one. And then I wish they did the cameos in the first one of the old cast. Bring the old cast back. Have a Jurassic World. Didn't they come back in one of the worlds?
I think they did 6, the last one.
Yeah, they should have
That
done
was
it on
it.
4 and not shelled out for not them shelling out, but the company shelling out for 3 more
I
movies.
did like cuz one of the main groups, I can't remember his name. Was it Jeff Goldblum? Was he in the
He's in
original
there, yeah.
cast? Yes, I think that was him. His cameos was that he was an advocator telling them,
I remember he
to
was saying
stop
shut it
it.
down. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and his all his was like it was like a main cameo thing though. Like you saw him, you didn't he wasn't there for the whole movies, but he always had an important role
I just wish they
in
did
the
it in the
script.
first movie and cut it off at 1. If they brought it back in the 2015, 20 around there,
I prefer they did that because I think in the last one they made the other two characters like part of the main ones, and they were I mean clearly I don't think the story's written well enough for them to like be circling the whole new
I hope
cast.
they had
I
fun.
don't remember.
That's it.
I hope they had fun too.
Anyway, so we haven't even talked about. Well, this is probably going to
Yeah, I
be a
know.
catch
It
up
is a complete
episode. I
catch
don't
up.
think this is going to be a restaurant episode, but I'm going to switch it to restaurant at the end.
What?
So
No.
stay tuned. Um, I
Yeah,
was in Texas. I wish I brought. So I had this hat for a while. I wish I brought this hat to Texas. I would have felt much more at home. Um, the podcast is ending. I'm moving to Austin, Texas. Bye,
of course you would go to Texas.
Austin, Texas.
You always felt comfortable in the cowboy aesthetics.
Texas sucks. Austin, Texas is
Austin,
pretty good.
Texas.
Yeah, because I think people have to like fly to Colorado to get abortions right now. Like it's
Ooh, shit.
it's not
Yeah.
good.
But yeah, of course, Texas has their own little like Florida mini
Weed
series
is like
going on.
weed is like it's almost like Thailand in there in Texas. If you find someone with weed, you got to shoot them on sight
Yeah.
in Texas.
I met someone who moved from Texas to Florida. She was one of my roommates and stuff, and I would never forget my first interaction with her. It was like might be very fucked up, but it felt like freedom to her. Like she just crossed the border to freedom, where she felt like she had like significant like equal rights.
Hmm.
And I was like, what was happening over there that made you come to Florida and make you feel like that, like this is now your energy, like now you have equal rights, you can do your own thing. And then the more I talked about it, the more I was like, oh, because they do have a lot of strict rules over there.
Yeah,
Because she was also like very stuck in the religion aspect. She was actually very in tune with everything until she realized how like
crazy. I
how
guess
how like very culty it gets for them over there. So yeah, so then when she found that out, she took a step back and realized like, okay, like she feels like she was getting all the mixed messages rather than kind of feeling a part of something. And then that was my take of like, okay, Texas might sound like a very scary place. I guess on my point,
Austin's pretty good.
Austin, yeah, Austin on the other
A little
hand,
too white, but that's about it.
okay,
It was. I didn't see. I was there. I didn't. I saw one. Was it one? Yeah, I saw like one.
one me,
No,
was it
there was
me?
in Texas. Come on, come on. There was more than one of you. Uh,
Yeah, yeah. There was more.
no, but there was like in San Antonio was where it was. There was it was pretty diverse. And then Austin, it was just one shade of the rainbow there.
Yeah, he probably came in by accident. He was probably looking for directions outside of it.
He was like, "Get me out of here."
I didn't want to be here. I just wanted to move, like drive past this place.
And that's what I reckon I did because really I never really pay attention to that stuff. I just hang out with whoever, do whatever. But realizing it, going somewhere and then coming back to Atlanta, realizing how diverse Atlanta is kind of refreshing. Like
Yeah.
I never really thought about that
I
ever.
had a similar reaction. So for me, I had to attend to a wedding, and it was in Florida. So like going to Georgia and just going through all the Georgia airports, airlines, and all that, it felt like a controlled chaos. Like we had the lines up, everybody was moving slowly, but it's the airport. If you ever gone on the plane, you already know how chaotic it is. And I had to deal with what like 1 15-minute delay, but that was it. But then when I landed to Florida, it felt like it felt like I don't know, how do you describe it? It felt like entering the backwaters of a park, and you're just like coming through. Like some people are wet, people's clothes don't fit them, and like everyone is so different. Then you see all the colors of the rainbows. People with like crazy hairstyles, colors around them, walking around. So much anger because they're so diverse, but no one likes each other's company. And it just threw me off. Like even trying to get to the exit was chaotic. They're like, "Here's a train." I'm like, "Okay, does the train lead us to the baggage area?" And even the TSA was like,
I
"Shouldn't
don't
you
know.
know that?"
Sure.
And I'm like, I just flew in here. Okay, there is no not me knowing. I'm asking you.
You work here.
Yeah, you worked here. You live here.
Someone walks up to us in the restaurant.
Yeah.
Hey, where's the restroom? Shouldn't you fucking know
Yeah,
that?
yeah. Shouldn't you get? Well, you've been here long enough to
You've
know
been
that.
here for 5 minutes. I think you should know where the restroom is.
What's the first thing they taught you? Well, the restroom is that. Now go to it. Go.
Live your life.
Live your life. Be free.
Uh, I don't
Uh,
I don't think I want this to be, like, me talking about the trip entirely. "Oh, no, you guys broke the skull?"
no, no, no. Oh yeah, it was yes. We had a prop that was gonna go here, and my brother was fixing one of the ship bookshelves, and then one little tap. That's all. It's like one tap, and then
Oh,
the whole skull.
no.
Yeah,
That was an
cause
awesome saber tooth. You know, I'm good,
yeah.
dude. Imma glue that together for him.
Oh, he's already doing that. Yeah.
Doesn't look
If you
like
wanna
it.
help him, I mean, he's not here right now.
Imma build a model.
If you wanna help him with that, help him.
I like all the wall hangings, though. Oh, wait, can
Mhm.
these little lights turn on?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, we have orange light.
Yeah. I don't know why you turn it on now.
'Cause I wanna see if it looks good.
It's all
Oh, hell
orange
yeah!
now.
It makes us more even. I mean, it's not white light, but it gives us a little not in this camera.
Okay. Well, now we have extra lights thanks to the light bill.
Well, just look, Solo, watch, what? You see your shoulder? How it's orange? Watch your shoulder. Flat lighting. Contrast lighting. I
I'm
don't know
just
if it's better,
I'm
but it's there.
I'm just brown, so I'm just chill. Okay.
So,
Do you have any topics for the restaurants?
yeah, we'll do
Even
that
a
later,
small
though.
one? You wanna do it
We'll do a
later?
couple later. Yeah, we'll
Okay,
do that
so
at
we'll
the
put it
end,
in a
just because
minute.
I do wanna catch up a little bit. I haven't even talked
Mhm.
to you in 2 weeks. You won't text me. Um,
I'm a terrible texter. I'm trying to be a better friend, but I'm really
so
bad at it. I didn't realize how bad I was at it
you're
until
really bad.
yeah.
I felt like a tourist for the first time in my life.
Oh, that's good. Oh yeah, all up in Texas,
Feels
Austin,
bad.
Texas, right?
Feels real bad.
Yeah.
So I went to Texas for the eclipse. I filmed 2 things. I went to the eclipse and I went to the desert. Desert was really stressful. Eclipse was less stressful.
You have a video of that on one of your channels, right?
Yeah, I sent it to you.
Yes.
2 videos, one of the eclipse and one of my own making. Uh, Not a lot of views for traveling 1,200 miles, but
I don't know
it's
what you
alright.
want. Yeah.
It's alright. It's okay. That's why we do it, to grow. If I got everything
Yeah.
I wanted all at once, it wouldn't be worth it. Um,
What's the fun in that then? Yeah. What's the fun of trying to be number one if you're already there?
Damn, that was actually really deep. Oh, man, so much went wrong, but so much went right. I'm glad, I think more went right than wrong. Very first thing, Atlanta airport, didn't even get out of the state. That bag, the green bag, opened up and everything fell out at TSA.
Ooh. Did they grab you at a fair or
No,
were
I
they
have like
like, "What is
a
that?"
special check that I go through, so it's not normal security. I have 2 special kind of checks, but this one, I got up to the guy, and then just everything, just the zipper opened. I didn't miszip it. It just sometimes it just does that. And when the bag's too heavy, it will definitely do that.
Yeah.
So I overpacked a little bit because I was doing the vlog the whole time, and it was the tape camera,
Mm,
heavy as shit. And I try to do that lame vlogger thing where you put the GoPro through the X-ray machine.
yeah.
And I saw her specifically. I put my bucket down, put my jacket in the thing, and put the GoPro down. And then I clicked the button and I saw her. She looked at me, clicked the button to record, and she specifically put my jacket over the GoPro so it couldn't record. Which is I forgot I did use the wrong GoPro, so that didn't have an SD card in it. So A, it didn't even matter because it wasn't recording. B, it is a dark. I did it on the return flight. You don't see anything. You see speckles from the X-ray. So why the hell would you cover it up? It's a dark bit. You can't see anything.
That's because 'cause they're always angry, man.
In Atlanta,
TSAs,
especially because
man.
on the way back they didn't give a shit. I did the exact same thing on the way back, and they come on from Texas, from what was it? Where did
Austin?
Dallas?
I have no idea. I'm just throwing out names to show you that I'm listening.
Um, uh-huh, uh-huh,
Yeah,
uh-huh.
mhm, mhm.
You're a great listener,
You know,
Jason.
words? Yeah, I get those too.
I relate. I relate.
Yeah. I had the funny reaction on that too, because when I flew from, Florida to, Georgia,
Georgia Florida
I
line.
had to do the same thing where I had to just take off all my jackets, my backpack, But the thing is, in Georgia, they scream that out to you. Like, we need the belt off,
Yeah,
shoes off, backpack off, any laptops and stuff.
they didn't
Take it
tell
out
me
of the
in
backpack. Yeah, in Florida,
they
they're
didn't tell me in San
like,
Antonio.
yeah, I was taking it off, and she's like, just push it yourself. I was like, you're right there. Why can't you just grab it? And he's like, do you have anything big in there? Don't push it if you do, like computers. I was like,
Like computers.
yeah. I'm like, honey, you are so drained. I just flung it all the way down and just went from there. See the
You get way too
horrors.
many haircuts. Yeah,
Yeah, of course I get
haircuts.
too many haircuts because I pick short hairs, and
Does
because of that, I
did
have to
that camera
maintain the short
move?
hair.
No,
No.
I forgot. So yeah, so that was quick result, quick mess up, quick mistake. So I don't know if I explained the story to you. I want to show you the story by the way because I want to get your opinion, but the video. Um, so I landed. I had to borrow my sister's car, drive 5.5 hours into the desert to film. The plane was late. Plane
Yeah.
was delayed. Never had a delayed plane before. I don't fly very much, but
Never.
goddamn American. No, I always fly Delta. They're always on time. I've never flown like during a storm or something. Um, landed late. Got to the thing late. My sister was busy, so I had to drop her off somewhere. So it was another 40 minutes out the way. Got on the road to 5.5 hours. At I think we got on the road at 11:40
At
p.m.
PM. Damn.
At this point, and I woke up at like around 9 a.m. that day.
Yeah, that's almost 24 hours.
Well, we're not there yet.
Yeah.
So I drove for about 2 hours, and then have I said her name here before? No.
No, no, no.
My girlfriend wanted to drive because I was letting her sleep because I needed her help to film. And I knew, oh, and we have to be up at sunrise, by the way.
Yeah,
We
of
have to film this
course.
at sunrise. She's the best ever. So I was letting her sleep as much as possible. I told her that was her job. Her job was to sleep because I needed her to be awake for filming. Because we only had like 25 minutes to film this thing. And if you know anything about filming, a scene with multiple angles, multiple shots, multiple bits, remembering lines, 25 minutes is not enough for it's a 4 and a this is the shortest amount of time I've ever filmed for the longest amount of time ever. Like, usually we film for 30 minutes to get 30 seconds. I filmed for
Yeah.
35 minutes and got 4.5 minutes. So it was a good it was I gotta learn how to do that more often. Oh, it's because I did 3 test shots. I did 3 test videos, and I did 4 scripts, I did 3 test videos, I did all this is the most planning I've ever done for anything because I knew it was gonna be such a limited time, and it was even more limited than I thought. So we drove to the desert, 5.5 hours. I drove for about 2 hours, she drove for 1 while sleeping for 2, and then I tried to sleep, but she was, like, all over the road a little bit, and, she drove for an hour, and I drove for the rest while she slept. Got to the motel, let her sleep for an hour, as I because I had to go check out the area, and it was, like, a 16-minute drive. I had to set some stuff up, get back to the hotel, get everything, go there, made it to the spot around so the sun rose at 7:40, 7:55. I think we got there at 7:50, and I forgot something at the motel.
Every rookie's mistake. Actually, no,
So,
that's everyone's problem. Always forgetting the one thing.
it was the main thing too, it was an on-camera prop
Oh shit.
that I forgot. So and it was the main reason, it was one of the main bits, like, there was 2 props, and one of them was this hat. So, I was I once it's something you can't change, I did not have time to go back, so I was just like, "Okay," and I did it without it. So, I gave myself a ton of green screen work that I have to figure out how to do. I have to figure out how to green screen this I already said it, this hat into the shot. I don't know how I'm gonna do that because the lighting has to be the same, and then there's shadows on rocks, and anyway, so I gave myself a ton of work by forgetting that hat, but hopefully it doesn't look like shit. If it looks too shitty, I just won't do it, and you'll get it by the script. The script is fine. I just wanted to have that extra visual point. Um, to be fair, there was 3 things I had to do, and I forgot one of them. I had to make a bloody shirt, I had to do eye makeup, and I had to remember the hat, and I just forgot the hat. Actually, there was about 50 things I had to do, but that was the on-camera things I had to do. Filmed it, it's turned out fantastic. I messed up one line that I hope no one notices, that's one I need your opinion about, and drove 5.5 hours back after 2 hours of sleep. So I was up for 24, 5 hours. So I accidentally, by just timing with everything, I, was method acting that day because it's about not sleeping, the short or the series is about people not being able to sleep
Oh,
for
okay.
5 days in a row, and I didn't sleep for 1 day in a row. So it was accidentally method acting. Uh, it sucked. So I slept for 2 hours, left the motel, drove I had to pay for extra time at the motel. 'Cause it was like 10 a.m. checkout. I was like and they didn't wanna give it to me. I was like 'cause it was the solar eclipse, so everyone was going everywhere in Texas and taking all the rooms, so they needed a room, and I was like with my eye makeup on, which I'll put a picture of here, I looked like I was dying. I was so tired. I walked up to the counter, I was like 'cause I was tired, I wasn't pretending. I was just like, "Please, can I how much money to keep this room for 2 more hours so I can sleep? 12 o'clock. Give it to me, please." Or maybe it was like 11 to 1 or something. And I was like, "For God's sake, look at me." No, I didn't do that.
Look at
But,
me. Do you not see?
here,
Ignore the makeup, but do you not see the pain in my
I'll
eyes?
send you a photo because I took a photo of your eyes because you look really tired all the time.
What the fuck?
You
Let me
do,
see.
you need more sleep, by the way. I may even talk to you about that. You need more sleep.
Which is funny because I only sleep about 4 hours.
How is that funny?
No, just kidding. No, no, it's just my eyes.
It's just
That's the
my
sad
eyes.
part.
I look like I have pink eye.
Ew,
I didn't
you
realize that.
nasty
No,
man.
okay, this it's just that each angle looks because it's not natural, it's makeup, each angle
Yeah.
looks different. This one looks like I got sunburned, but this is what it looks like.
So,
You have
Nemo,
your phone
my
on you?
vacation was fun. I had drinks. I was in the sun.
You have your phone on you?
Yeah, yeah, I do. Let
Oh,
me
okay.
see. You gonna post one right here, right in the middle?
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, you watched the show?
Of course. So, but this is only for your main video, right? This had no relation towards the eclipse, or was this
Correct,
part
nothing
of the
towards the
eclipse? Okay.
eclipse. So that I never if I ever travel, I never film one thing. It feels like a waste, so I did 2 or 3 I did 3 things.
Really?
Yeah. What do you mean? Which bit?
No, when you go, like, if you had to go to a destination and film, you're down to do multiple
Oh,
shots of
fuck it.
different
I'm
things
not
instead of one.
dude, I said it in the episode. It was $2,000 for a plane ticket
Well, yeah, I guess you're right.
because the stupid eclipse.
Yeah, no,
I'm
I
not
think
gonna
yeah, I think you're right on that one. No, no, I don't mean it that way. Like the money wise, I just thought like because the only thing I got from spending time with you guys and about how you guys make movies, I felt like it wasn't about time crunching. I think it's about trying to get as much time as you want on the projects.
that's
But
the
when you
hope,
really, that is the whole
but
brother.
when it
So
doesn't
yeah, when
happen,
it doesn't
because
happen,
I
yeah.
planned so I yes, but I planned not doing that.
Yeah. And then also that's where skill comes into it. That's about how good you guys are at setting things up, how quickly you guys can get the shot, and
Yeah,
praying to lighting.
I gotta tell you more off camera, but that there's crazy stuff about lining stuff up.
Actually, this is a pretty decent. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, and I did that
It
in
looks like you have a bit of a rash or like poison
rash.
ivy
Yeah, look at the other
hits
picture
you.
though. The other one looks better.
I'm gonna show it. Okay.
One looks rashy, one looks good.
No, this looks really good in the sunlight though. So this is actually what you want because this looks like the start of
So the one of
sleep
them,
depravity.
the second one was after a shower because it was alcohol makeup, so it didn't wash off.
What's the difference? What's alcohol makeup?
It's so I could cry
Oh, okay. So you need to
without it
cry.
running.
Oh, so yeah.
If
So
it's
then
water
yeah,
based,
yeah.
it would run.
Yeah, so that would be a issue trying to wash that off.
Um, luckily, luckily I was able to do I did everything that I needed to in one take, except for one. I did 2 takes, and I should have done 3 takes because I messed up. I flubbed a line, but we can't fix it. So
No, because it's timed, right? Because you had to do this at a certain time, right?
yeah, I'll tell you why I was so
Yeah,
crunched after this, but it was yeah, there was no time. There was no more time.
yeah.
We had to leave.
I will say that that is probably my only biggest annoyance about filming in anything like that is when you have to use time of day and time itself. So like what I mean, like if you wanted to shoot a busy street and have something in the background of it, yeah, you can edit it in post, but I feel like that like sometimes that just takes away about like the visual representation of what you want.
Yeah. Like,
You
I
know.
mean, the main reason is because the sun was going, we needed
Exactly.
sunrise, and
Exactly. Yeah.
sunrise doesn't last for more
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
or an hour.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
15
Yeah.
degrees every hour, so
Yeah. Especially even in Florida, that sunrise and stuff that you're looking for is about like 30 minutes at most.
and Texas is so flat. Like, in Georgia, I believe golden hour is about 45 an hour, and when it's flat, I think it's even less.
Hmm.
Like
And
Texas
because
and
of Georgia
Florida,
has so many like different like mountains and stuff, you can kind of
light
also,
bounces everywhere, yeah.
yeah, and light bounces. You can also time it just correctly what you want. Like you can
It's usually
have a
6 to 7
video.
PM and 6 to 7 AM,
Yeah.
or 7 to 8, depending on the time of the year.
Oh yeah, that's right. Was a daylight savings also adds on to it.
Yeah. So then, you know what? I said I didn't want to go through my whole trip, but I kinda do. I wanna
I know you
put
want
it
to
out
go through
somewhere.
it, but are we sure
So,
we got time for it?
got back. I was editing the whole time, by the way. Editing on the plane, editing on the car ride when I could until my computer almost died. Editing all the time because I had to do green screen work for the show I sent you. Right here, perspective. Watch it. It's cool. Well, let me check something real quick.
Ow! What you kick me for?
Okay, I think it's fine. Um, she didn't like the noise you made.
Yeah, I guess not.
Kick him.
You still have to eat.
Oh. And maybe she's not hungry. Don't push her.
I know.
And I had to do so the beginning shot. Have you seen it yet?
Perspective?
Yeah,
Only seen the first two.
I'm saying the one I just sent you.
No.
So the first shot you see is obviously green screen. I
It is a green screen heavy show because it does deal with a lot of animations that go along with it.
yeah, I had to do green screen a little bit. I'm gonna have to green or I did have to. I'm gonna have to green screen for the desert too because we couldn't get to the exact location for different reasons. So I had to like shoot from afar and green screen kind of thing. So hopefully it looks better. I think it's gonna look because it's direct sunlight. I think it'll look the best green screen that I've done. But for the other one, I just did it in the backyard. So to make a perfect green screen, you have to shoot on the location where the camera was recording. Basically, it kind of like, or you have to make everything. At the very least, you have to use the same camera for both for the background and you for
Mm-hmm.
a perfect green screen. That's the very least. It's really hard to do it otherwise. Like for example, the second scene in the perspective is filmed on a GoPro from some random YouTube video, and I commented and said, "Hey, what camera did you use?" And he was nice enough to comment back saying, "Oh, I used this GoPro." And turns out I had just bought 2 GoPros. So I recorded that on a GoPro to make it look, and it looks, except for the little fidgets or the green screen, it looks so good. It looks like I'm standing there because it was GoPro to GoPro. It was awesome.
So I'm just like imagining like the cheap copy of like you touristing, like guys, I'm here.
Oh,
Yeah.
like South Park.
Yeah. Guys, I made it to this location and you should have sit down and it's just a different picture of you, different lighting and everything.
Should
Just
do
dot.
that. You should direct an episode of Perspective.
Yeah, hey man,
Um,
I'm more than happy to help, man.
I gotta hand off the directing job to someone else at some point. Anyway, that's scary though. It's like my child.
Of course, it's always scary because it's
Um,
not just like I guess like from a step of it, it's not just that it's your child; it is your property, and based on your property, it is also a value of you. So and I and I and I
and my
feel like and I
child.
feel like exactly yeah. So that's why a lot of people present it as like their kids and stuff because you never want to give it to the wrong hands and watch it get destroyed. I've actually seen a lot of like small businesses do that where they
Jurassic
they
World.
do well. Actually, yeah, Jurassic World is a good example. Like I've seen people who like started their business selling like small foods, pizza pies, and all that, and then they want a little bit of time for themselves to build their life, and so they pass it off to like their workers who they put trust in, and you just watch it plummet, and it gets really really sad because sometimes it's like a company's death's door, and like they have to talk to the taxes, they'll talk to everybody, they have to like pretty much recoup and start over because even the loyal customers are not coming back because they don't know that you even left because that was the whole point.
Yeah.
So so it is a scary mentality to go behind that.
I was gonna say something about the green screen. I forgot. Why did I say that?
Hmm. You wanted the cheap copy. Do, 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 do.
Oh, I'll just cut this out. I gotta think for a second.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah. So I was editing the whole time, and I had to do so. How it works is there's this thing called Magic Mask on
Mm-hmm.
DaVinci Resolve that I use for the show, and it lets me green screen without having a green screen. Hold on, I gotta clean my face. Pardon
That was disgusting.
I didn't pick my nose. I just for the camera. I didn't pick my nose. I'm
I know
itching
it's aimed at me. I gotta do
with
something. The
goo.
nasty man.
Just
Okay.
react like a gross. Ready, go. You're crying. That's not gross.
I'm
Here, ready,
traumatized. I'm
ready,
traumatized from it.
ready.
Let me try.
No, hold on. No. Method acting. Ready.
Okay.
Drink soda to get rid of bad breath.
What?
Your story, you remember? Drinking soda to get rid of bad breath.
Drinking soda to get rid of bad breath.
Your roommates.
Oh yeah. Oh
There it is. Method
fuck.
acting.
You just reminded me
Here we
of that whole
go.
mentality.
Because that's the
Oh.
grossest story I've ever heard. That's what I use to be grossed out now. Is that story?
Yeah, you reminded me. Yeah, it just like a visual representation just hit my head. That's why I grabbed my face.
What?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, I
Yeah.
forgot
So
about that.
so how that system normally works, it's called Magic Mask, is you have a well lit object and you just draw a line on it and you mess with the settings and then boom, the background's gone.
Oh,
And
okay.
it does it without AI. I'm pretty sure there's no AI. But although the newest version I think is going to be using AI, but I think this version doesn't use AI, so I don't know how it does it. But it just must be a software system, like a really advanced software system.
Yeah.
I hope they use AI though, because it needs to get better for this reason. So
I mean, I think that's the whole point of what AI was supposed to be for. Not the damn picture things that some
mhm,
people have done, but
AI,
for genuine, yeah, for the
this
actual
AI image
genuine
right here,
assistance.
realistic shadows. So I was editing for so long because the Magic Mask failed. For whatever I don't know why. There's no reason it failed. I was top to bottom. I was on screen. It was bright sunlight. Okay, no, I kind of know why it failed. So my background, I wear black for the show because it's always popping because I do the show outside usually, so it always pops out of the background. Usually there's trees or grass or dirt or whatever, and so there's not a lot of black in the world in the outside in nature.
Until you go to any emo stores.
It's like in nature, nature's returning.
You should.
Uh, Unless I do night shots, which was a problem last time. This happened last time when the first episode when I did night shots in the California. I didn't think it through. I don't know why. So maybe I should choose a different color or something. But I like
You
the
can just
outfit.
stick to classics if you can try. Black to the sun, white towards night.
Well, the issue is it's like it's an outfit. It's like Doctor Who. He wears the same thing every day. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah, but even he changes the variety of the colors, doesn't he?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I think so, right?
Does he? I haven't
Yeah.
watched the
Well,
show
I
in
think the
forever.
10th Doctor. Well, I know he had a suit on, but I think he like the color. Like it's not ever the same
Like
blue.
Matt Smith
It's
always
just
wore
different
a
one.
tweed jacket. He always wore
Yes,
the
he
same
always did
thing.
wear a tweed jacket. Yes, and then with
What is his name? David
David Tennant. Yes,
Tennant.
Tennant
He
was the one he who also wore like a
but it was
nice
always a blue suit,
fitted suit. Yeah, but I think it
wasn't
was
it?
different hues of blue eventually. Like it started changing
Was
like
it a different suit?
wasn't different suit. I think it was different colors, like different
It was a
versions
different
of
suit.
blue. Yeah. Okay. Then yeah. Different suits in general, but I
Well, I
think it
may
was.
have,
I think shoes were the actual physical changes that he did.
no, because he always wore Converse.
Yeah. Right.
That's the reason I wear
No.
Converse in the show,
Oh, okay.
because David
Who
Tennant
was
wore.
it that had different shoes? No, actually, no. I'm thinking about something else. I might be thinking about something else.
Yeah.
I think that was Matt Smith during an episode for like
I
doing
think he
for a
was
whole
changing
thing.
shoes in an episode for some reason. I can't remember. I
No,
have
no,
to watch the
I
show
know
again.
you're no. We were both right. There's an episode where he does change shoes, but that was like for a plot reason. He doesn't.
Oh, no, that was when he changed to Matt Smith. When David Tennant changed to Matt Smith, he was, like, looking for shoes that he would fit him.
Yeah, he did it two times.
Oh,
He
okay.
had it. Yeah, one because he was changing. The other one was for like a for the plot story.
Anyway, so the issue occurred because I had a tan and a black tarp sitting behind me, and I didn't realize it. So the colors were too similar to the magic mask, so it would, like, fidget and mess up. So I had to do so I think the first clip is, like, a minute, 20 seconds. I had to do 5,200 lines. Like, individually click 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line, next frame. 1 line, 2 line, 3 line, 4 line, next frame. I do that for every single frame for both clips. So I was editing nonstop the entire trip, except for when I went to Austin. That was my one vacation day. Um, so and I still didn't get done on the trip. I had to finish it and post it 2 days after the trip, which kinda sucked up because I really wanted to get it. The original plan was to finish it on the day of the eclipse and then post it on the day of the eclipse so we can get the maximum search
Mhm.
trend. Didn't work.
It
Uh,
happens like that.
I'd posted it 2 days later when, the internet 2 days later is,
That was
20
some they're
years.
celebrating a 20th anniversary of a video that came out like 3 hours ago. That's how the internet is. No, I had the same relations with that when doing Twitch. So on my end for Twitch, I've been streaming Dragon's Dogma too,
Mhm.
and I know my biggest problem is because it's not that I can't beat games fast enough. It's just that it's so very like overstimulating on my part. So no matter how fast I try to go about these, can't really get there. But yeah, for Dragon's Dogma, I remember I bought it day one, waited for the embargo to go up so that everyone can stream on time, and even then, I had like I think about like 3 views compared to everyone else.
Embargo?
Yeah, I think they had one for a little bit. Actually, no, I don't
What
think
is that?
it.
What do you mean?
So some companies actually have some embargoes against streaming. A best example is Persona.
Oh, was it like a spoiler thing or what? That
It
seems
was
weird.
not. It's not just for.
Did
No,
you
it's
think they
not
would
just that.
wanna
It's not just for spoiler reasons, but a lot of it is actually based on trying to shell out reasonings for it. Persona's biggest thing is that they actually had like 5 different ones. For spoilers, you had to do it during a certain time of day. You had to stream for a certain time. So I think someone was like you only had to do it for 2 hours. And then the other one was music. Believe it or not, there were some where you couldn't even work with music on. And then that was also Dragon's Quest problems because Dragon Quest version of it was the rights to the music was owned to an individual and the rights to the games were owned to the company.
Yeah, but can't you most games have a stream setting where they turn off the copyrighted music.
Oh yeah, but even then that still hits or miss because you can still get copyrighted based on just the fact that you're playing a game.
That's true.
And it is dumb like that because they don't really separate it too much. So like if they work like their own version like an AI something,
Thank you, Jacob Williams. You just followed me on TikTok.
well, that's
Or
good.
Jacob. I don't know how you
And
say your
then
name.
there's other things that just kind of comes in. Yeah, thanks. Shout out to you.
It was spelled Jakobe. Jacob? Jacoby. Jacoby. I'm a dumb. I'm stupid. It's Jacoby.
Good for you. I'm glad we
Jacob
were on
Williams.
that journey for
Thank
you
you,
to
Jacoby Will.
discover the name Jacoby.
No, I know the name Jacoby. I just didn't spell it out in my head. I just said it without thinking. I don't usually do
Your
that.
brain wasn't fast enough to get all the letters in. I was like Jacoby. See, because my dumbass, if I saw the BBY, I would have interpreted it as like baby, like how they use for typing
I
and
said
stuff.
B-E.
BE. Oh fuck.
Jakobe. Jacoby.
Oh yeah. See, my dumbass
You never
went
heard
with
that name?
Y. No, my dumbass ended it with Y.
Is that not Jacoby? Tell me in the comments. I've heard the name Jacoby.
Yeah.
That's a nice name,
I
actually.
never looked up the name how to spell Jacoby, so I have no information on that one.
I like that name. Anyway,
Maybe it's a different. Maybe it's just Jacob E. That's it.
that's what I thought it was. That's why I said Jacob. I'm gonna try to run through because it's already I went over much time, so
You
I'm gonna
already
try
hit
to
the time
finish
left. Yeah.
the trip. Monday was the eclipse. San Antonio was cloudy.
Mm-hmm.
Cloud coverage. This is what it looked like in San Antonio at the time. Um, hold on, now I gotta remember that.
Even over here, it was getting very very dark. Though for us, it was only for a small time limit. I think it was about maybe half an hour that it was just like the ward was covered
Yeah, you
in
guys got
shade,
80%, 81%.
and then yeah, and then eventually it was just whatever at that point. For my experience with the eclipse was pretty nice. We didn't even do much because again, we weren't really focused. Like I don't think Georgia or any place was like aimed at it. We weren't a part of that whole big like actual physical change. So for a few people, they just had their phones out and just recorded what was there. And then there was a few people who like had like the glasses thing, and they had it like on top of a stand, so you can like just look right under it and see it.
Yeah,
And that was just it for us.
I had I bought glasses from I got bought 3 glasses because there's gonna be 3 of us watching the eclipse,
Hmm.
and then I bought a filter for my camera. Um, anyway, so total cloud coverage where we were. And when I woke up, because I was, I could sleep in. Eclipse isn't until 1:30 over there, so I'm good. I'm gonna sleep in because I was stayed up all night and all day driving. Woke up at around 10 something. Realized no, yeah, yeah, 11 something. Realized it was cloud coverage, and I was like, I felt pretty hard. I was like, why can't anything work?" And then, so everyone was reeling. I quickly thought of an idea. I was like, "Okay, check the satellites. Where's the clouds? Right?
Mhm.
We have technology. We're more advanced now than the government was in the 80s, maybe even the 90s, um, 80s. So
That's such
figured
a
out
wake
where
up call.
we could draw. Like I could see where the clouds were kind of going. It was coming from Mexico and going northeast, kind of like that.
Damn, those Mexicans, they took the clouds and gave it to us.
We got them. We got them, boys. We got
We
them.
got ooh.
Was that
We
James Dean?
must blame someone. We are a part of the Americans. We must blame everything but ourselves.
Don't say we. Uh, so we
It's
drove
funny
two and
because
a
you're
half
more in
hours.
tuned than us.
Drove 2.5 hours
Yeah.
northwest. Still cloudy. Well, it was like sparse clouds, but and plus, so we just kept driving until I just kept driving until we could see something, and there was a place to pull over because they were expecting way more people. I feel like because when we were driving 5.5 hours, every single road sign said Eclipse Monday, expect delays, no parking on the side of the road for like 5.5 hours in one direction. So they were expecting it. It was not that bad. Maybe I think in Austin it was that bad. Like people were going because it was all people who had never been there before. They were going down the wrong way of the roads. They were on the interstates. They were going down the wrong way because they didn't understand certain bits. I saw a video of that.
Oy vey.
Um, Drove 2.5 hours. I wanted to keep going because the more further north we got, the less clouds there were. But we ran out of time because they left. Yeah, we left around 11, so it must have been like 10 that I woke up because the eclipse started, like, the full eclipse started at 1:30, 1:29. So but it was a really weird eclipse because it was going on for, like, 8 hours or 9, 10 hours. Like, it was from 8 to 9 a.m., and then it ended at 4 or 5 PM. It was going on all day from, like, 0 to 100.
It was the fun of performance. They wanted to go all out.
The moon and the sun. No, I
Yeah.
just never I always thought that eclipses were, like, an hour long, beginning to end. But this one was all day.
I don't have too much information on eclipses. I just know that every time I always heard about it, they're like, "This is gonna be the last one of this time, last one of this century, and stuff." And then I eventually start seeing a little more coming
You
in
should watch the
between.
show.
Yeah,
That's what it's about. It's about when the next one is. It's about the next one in America. Was able to pull off and get a good enough view.
Eclipse 2, the reunion tour
Eclipse 2, Electric Boogaloo. I had cut to the wrong camera again.
was still a
So,
little rusty. Don't worry.
damn it, I did it again. Maybe I just changed myself to number 3. Um, right now number 2. Like poop. Uh, there's a lot of uhs and ums in this episode.
Well, that's all on you.
Pulled
I'm
off on
just
the
chilling.
road. There were a lot of people though, because like every pull off, we saw somebody waiting there.
Yeah, yeah. Of course, there had to
So
be
we
someone.
were there with like maybe 10 other people. It wasn't a lot because we were really far out. Well, I think we almost drove out of the 100% zone, but we were in the 100% zone. So pulled over, set everything up. I think I pulled over at 1:15, maybe 1 o'clock, because I knew I had to set up, so I knew I didn't have much time because I had 3 cameras to set up, 2 cameras. It was supposed to be 3, but I messed up, so that was another green screening thing I had to do. Well, composite, not really green screen. And all of the pictures that I took are blurry because the screen is so small on the old camera, and I couldn't, I was focusing more on the video because the video is 4K, and I needed the video. I didn't need the pictures. So I was like, "Is it look focused? Looks focused. Okay, perfect." And I just started snapping pictures. I live streamed a little bit of it, but the video is clear. Video is crystal clear. So that was the good news.
I was at work for that day.
But the clouds. Oh, you were at work?
Yeah.
So, K-Man, K. I don't wanna have to bleep this episode. K, the waiter? K.
Yes. Yes.
You used his glasses? Did you look at it?
Yeah, no, that's what I told you. That they had they had a few people out there, and one of them had their phones recording, and the other one just had like the actual stick things with the glasses. You can just look right
Yeah, what are you
under
saying
it.
stick thing? I don't know what that means.
It's like a tripod that was like where I had like the glasses. They put like tape on it, and then it's like under a tripod.
K
They
did
had.
that?
No, no, no. That's what some people just had around.
Oh,
Kay
okay.
had his own glasses. He was watching,
That's what I'm saying.
but no, I wasn't there for the morning. I was there for the
Was there
afternoon.
anyone in Yeah, but for you guys it happened, like, 2:30,
Hmm.
so you weren't at work.
Yeah, when I work at yeah,
Oh,
but I was out early just to see what was coming up,
okay.
and that was it.
Okay, because I was gonna ask if there are
Yeah.
people in the restaurant at the time, and did they walk
Oh no,
outside?
I will say this. Apparently, Kay himself spent like all morning telling everyone to like to like don't sit down first, come out and watch it like when it started.
That's good, I would've done that.
Yeah, and then when it did started to show more, I think they said that he just like quote unquote like walked out
Well,
just
yeah, I
to
mean, you're
watch
not
it.
supposed to use your phones to record the
I don't know. He had his own pair, so I don't think he was recording.
I'm
He
saying,
was
so you said
watching it.
people were.
Yeah, people were. Yeah, people were.
It ruins your sense you know what? The stupid I actually I took a screenshot of it, so I posted it here. Stupidest thing, I don't know why. Yes, the government lied. Damn it. Yes, the government lies to you,
They
but
do.
just because just because a government agency says something doesn't make it a lie. People are saying specifically, "Oh, because NASA said that you shouldn't record with your phone, I'm definitely recording with my phone." Like
Oh yeah, it's a
there was
simple.
something they were gonna miss by not recording with your phone. And then what was someone like it was in this I guess I don't know, I can't remember the quote, but it's right here. It's right here. Uh, what was it? There I just had it on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, they were like, "If NASA says it, I'm definitely do if NASA says not to, I'm definitely doing it,"
Yeah.
basically. They probably believe in the flat earth too, so their opinion doesn't matter, but it's just
I mean,
wild.
it's the same people who are like, "Oh my gosh, it's a UFO. Oh my gosh, it's recording it. It's got to be it. What do you say about it, huh? What do you say about the UFO? You're telling us that aliens exist, right? Right?" And then the government was like, I mean, it is a
UFO means
UFO. It
unidentified.
is an unidentified flying object, bro. I don't know what it
Bro,
is."
you know what's crazy?
And then they're like, "But you gotta know, right?" I was like, "No, bro. That's what we call it, a UFO. It's not
You know
aliens. He's just
that's why they changed the name. It's called
they
a
did."
oh, fuck, what's
You
it
know,
called?
because I remember that happening one day, and everyone was losing their mind. They're like, "It's the UFO, it's UFO," and even the government was like, "Yeah, it's an unidentified flying object. We don't even
UAE.
know."
No.
And everybody was like, "Okay, cool, identify it." And I was like, "Bro, that's what the name is for. We don't know it. We're gonna figure it out."
UAP.
UAP.
Mhm.
What is that?
Unidentified aerial phenomena.
Oh,
Because they turned there were so many videos of them doing stuff, it's no longer an object, it's
yeah,
like a thing, so a phenomena. Because most of the time it was not it really should be called, like, video phenomena. Because most of what happens is tricks of the cameras. It's never like an it is an object, but it's never like the most of the reason it looks like a UFO is because of the camera and the situation. Like, the biggest one was the balloon style UFO that's flying at, like, 800 miles an hour, and you see the background just whizzing by it. It's
yeah,
because it's a super zoomed in lens so the balloon is here, the ground is way down there, the camera's way up here on a plane. The camera's moving this way, the balloon is maybe floating a little bit this way, but they said it couldn't be a balloon because look at it, it's going like 800 miles an hour because the camera is zoomed in on the balloon, and the ground is moving really fast behind it because the plane is moving this way,
yeah.
and it's focused here and following
You
it.
guys going super fast, guys. No,
So it should be called, like,
shit. Sorry,
unidentified photography phenomena or something, like, it's like a trick of the camera is usually
APP.
what it is.
I don't think they can say APP, right?
Why? It sounds racist?
No, isn't that already a term that's
I
already
don't know.
used?
What's APP?
Oh no, I thought APP
Already
was like a term.
perpetually penis?
I don't think it's that one. I thought it was like maybe like well maybe I'm just thinking too much. It just sounds like a term that like the government would already
Why am I so
use.
zoomed out? You're so big, I'm so small.
I don't know, dude.
Small. That's fine, whatever.
I have no idea.
Uh,
Perception, the true
Perspective.
illusion. Oh yeah, that's better. Perspective, the
Watch it
true
now.
illusion.
Episode 1.75 out now.
1.75. Oh yeah, that's right. You haven't.
Because so the reason I do that is because they're canon, but they're it's actually kind of like canon dumps. Like I have a storyline in my head. There's an actual story arc that happens with this character, but I want to put down lore.
They become gay.
You heard it here first.
This is the first spoiler.
Um,
No, no, that's understandable.
so I put little bits of lore in the point episodes because the first episode, let's say like one, two, three solid numbers are all going to be directly after each other. Like if you watch them in a row, it'll be from one portal to the next. That's him doing the thing. And these are the point sevens, point twos, or point fives, or whatever, are going to be just the in between of that, like side adventures.
So one chapter each time. That's all it is. Chapter one, chapter two, chapter three.
No, because there's going to be a season. There's like 8 episodes that are all going to have the same arc, and then the last episode is going to have this reveal for the second season. So that's the I don't I've never told anyone this before.
Like mini animes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've
You
never told
thought it
anyone.
was over, but no, the last villain is like he's got 5 minutes screen time. Let him have it, and
Okay,
then we'll
I should
go.
say this in case I die and someone else can Orlando can continue the show. I've never told anyone what I want to do with the show. The
Of
idea
course not,
is
because this first episode is more like educational purposes. That's kind of
that's what
all
it's going
it
to be.
kind of
So the
goes.
thing
Yeah.
is, I'm disguising a fictional storyline within these educational documentaries. That's why at the end of the first episode he's in handcuffs. Why is he in handcuffs? You're going to figure out that he's this
He's what?
Superman character, this Rick character from Rick and Morty, who the government doesn't like because he has all this power, and he doesn't have to listen to the government because he'll just go to another planet if he wants to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's gonna be this like handcuffing him doesn't matter like Superman. That was what that's gonna be.
Yeah.
So it's like this long series, and each story arc is gonna hopefully lead to the next season. But then it's gonna be with actual educational episodes in it. Like it's as if this character started a YouTube channel. That's what it's supposed to be like, where this character is doing his business, but then he had this idea, "Hey, I want to start a YouTube channel of educational content with these portals that I make." But then the background is going to be like a point 0.25 episode somewhere along the way is just going to be this side mission he's doing where he's trying to dismantle the government or something like that. Like where he's doing something not educational and the camera's following him instead of him following the like in the first episode it's just him moving the camera around obviously and talking right to the camera. Eventually there's going to be episodes where the camera's following him and it's going to switch.
So like the ninth Doctor, kind of.
It is very much Doctor Who, Rick and Morty, and then a couple
Yeah.
of YouTubers.
Because that's how the season, not season nine, season one of the ninth. That's just how the ninth Doctor kind of starts out. All of it
I
was,
forget. I honestly forget all those. I need to watch it again because I
yeah.
forget now.
Well, I believe it just starts with him being just as educational because I mean that's the whole point is that he already went through all this and now he just keeps finding more companions.
Also based off
And
James
then
Burke's connections.
yeah, and then also obviously like near the end is when like all things start to unfold. But by then he becomes the 10th Doctor, and then it just becomes famous.
I have two show ideas like that. Like
Yeah.
I have this show that's going to be based on the GTA 5, which I'm running out of time.
Why? Because six
Where
is coming out.
yeah, where it's an assassin who wants to start a YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel that you're watching is the assassin doing this bits, but then there's gonna be episodes where you just see him doing assassin stuff or like ex assassin stuff. I like that. I never thought about that, but I have those two ideas are very similar, where you have this character who wants to make a YouTube channel, even though he has this extraordinary power outside this YouTube channel. So it's like the camera.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's a reflection on what real life is slowly becoming. Because I mean, that's kind of what comedy opened its door for. Um, like when it came to comedic podcasts and stuff, they told them like, hey man, if you ever get out of jail and you got stories to tell, you're like you'll be welcomed immediately. Which is what even happened because there were a couple of people who got out of jail and they did their own versions of like, oh here I am trying to make Laffy Taffy jail
Well,
style.
there's one guy who was talking about how he robbed banks and how he would rob banks from movies. I
Yeah,
like that guy. I forget his name.
yeah, and I mean obviously they probably have to keep that information hidden because they don't want to
No,
keep
he
getting
pretty much
robbed.
shares a lot.
Well, no,
Just
no, not the banks.
ex-con.
I mean the name. Maybe the name is probably the only thing he wants to keep hidden.
Ah, like us.
But yeah, but other than that, yeah, that's kind of
Doesn't
just
really
a
matter.
reflection of what everyone does because the internet can save you. Because think about it, when you do get out, you're pretty much blacklisted from any kind of jobs unless it's gonna be a shit job, and no
Yeah.
one wants to work the
Well, there are
shit jobs
felon jobs, but
because
yeah.
I mean essentially you do fail, and of course, but even then, there's just always gonna be that stigma of like, well, are you gonna do it again? Depends on whatever you did, you
All
know.
right. We're pretty much out of time. But
Eesh. Yes,
what time do you have to leave? Leave.
leave now.
You said now?
I think so, right? Because it's gonna take us what 30, 40 minutes to dismantle everything.
Shit.
Yeah.
Ugh, I have more to talk about.
Like what?
Well, because this is already gonna be 2 weeks after the eclipse, so we're
Yeah,
way
yeah, it is.
behind. Your light's dying.
What?
Uh,
Oh, that one.
don't look at
I
it.
haven't been staring at. Yeah, I haven't been staring at it at all. It's been staring at me. I can feel it in my right eye.
Don't look at it like the eclipse. I
I'm
guess
not.
okay, so we didn't get to the restaurant this time. This is the catch up because the teaser for next week. Um, the reason I
Don't
went to
mention it.
Austin. What?
Oh, never mind.
What?
I thought you were talking about the other teaser.
No, so we'll end the eclipse. We'll end on the eclipse. That's pretty nice. That's a good ending.
Yeah, let's just finish every story we have left then.
No, because we're already over an hour, so we're done. For next time, it's just gonna be about restaurants because we didn't even talk about the restaurant this time. Because the reason I went to Austin was to do a food tour. So I went to 8 restaurants in one day, 8 or 9, and tried a bunch of food, and it was awesome. And I want to talk about it next time. So we'll talk about it'll still
That's
be
actually a good start.
it'll still be restaurants. It'll just be not here. Also, I want to talk about the idea of a realization that I had about moving to Austin and the idea of moving and stuff. So I got to write that down.
Hmm.
I also met
Then
a person named Cupcake who was a communist.
that's a good story.
Very nice. Tell that next time.
That's good. Glad you're meeting all kinds of people along the journey.
Also white.
Yeah.
Surprise, a white communist. Who would
And
have
then
knew?
as for me, I'm just trying to get my life continuing.
Do the outro, dude.
But thank you everybody for coming on down, even if it was for a minute, it does mean a lot to us. Yes, as you mentioned before, we didn't talk too much, but it was more about a catch up stream and trying to get back into the swing of it. Our next stream, hopefully, we'll have more stories. Um, we will get more stories because I'm working doubles and he's coming back to work. Like I said, we were just came back from vacation. And as
Yep.
always, may you guys have a beautiful morning, a wonderful afternoon, a pleasant evening, and a peaceful night. Our
Bye.
Yep. You want to put it into the middle so all our links are right down here?
Oh shit.
Yeah.
No, I do that. You
No,
don't
we
have to
can
say
end it
that.
there.
I time it in the edit. I time it for when we say bye. You don't have to do that.
Perfect. Perfect.
Bye. Oh shit. Fine, whatever. Bye.
Yeah.
Just
Take care. Stay back.
alright. So now we do the quick bit.
Yeah.
Post silent talk. Yeah. So
Finish your food.